Okay, I got 9 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and call the meeting to order. It's March 12th, 2025, and start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Next is approval of today's agenda.
Motion to approve the agenda.
I will second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is approval of minutes.
Lance, I make a motion to approve the minutes dated March 5th, 2025, as presented.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is claims for payment.
Make a motion to approve the claims for payment for March 12th, 2025.
I will second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Now I have is consideration to approve the revised Hardin County Secondary Roads Department mailbox replacement repair policy. This is increasing the dollar amount from $40 to $100. That's why we're increasing it.
Yep, it's been 20 years since this was done, so yep.
Lance, I'd make a motion to approve the mailbox policy as presented, March 12th, 2025.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Donna, you did have a question.
Yes. If I remember right, I read it, and if I remember right, if the post has been broken, you will provide a post but not install it.
Correct.
What if they don't have a way to, I mean, we do, but what if somebody else doesn't have a way to dig out a post hole?
And then they utilize that money to help find somebody to put the post in the mailbox.
Okay,
Is that a fair enough answer?
Yeah, I mean, word for word, it's the exact same policy other than the number, so I feel like if it's been working this long, I mean, you own property, there's
Right.
work that comes with owning a property.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is consideration to acknowledge the recorder's report for February.
I will make a motion to acknowledge the receipt of the recorder's monthly report for February.
I will second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? None, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is change of status, Sheriff's Department.
Lance, I would make a motion to approve the change of status for Steve Recker. He's a correctional officer at the sheriff's office. This is his retirement. He's been with us since 2000. Retiring at a rate of $24.56 an hour.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Want to thank Steve for his service and also his service. He was on the Veterans Affairs Committee for years as well, so I appreciate that.
Anything else? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. I have another Sheriff's Department.
Yep. I'd make a motion to approve the change of status. It's a anniversary date union collective bargaining agreement increase for Sean McKnight in the sheriff's office to a rate of $33.63 an hour.
I will second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Other business. Property taxes are due. Michelle's not here. Public comments. Julie, I don't have a sign up, so come on up.
Do you want me to sign it?
No, you can't go on. That way I have it for the record.
Yeah, let's do it for the record.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, I just have a question. How much is mileage, the mileage reimbursement rate?
The federal rate is, Jolene, do you know
Based on
that?
the IRS rates.
What is it? I'd like to know what
Could
it
be
is.
67.5.
67.5, because I just read something recently in Iowa. some government entity was reimbursing 50 cents a month, just, and how do we
Every
find
county
out?
is different.
Oh, maybe we should change. How do we find out about what, supervisors are reimbursed?
As far, oh, excuse me, let me correct that, it's 70 cents per mile for 2025, effective January 1st.
What?
Yes,
Did you say 70 cents?
70 cents, IRS rates.
We need to find out.
So that's the IRS rate,
What
That's
are,
we
but
go
what-
by.
that's what we go by.
Yeah, by resolution.
that's so interesting. Okay, thanks. How do we find out how much total reimbursements for supervisors is? What do we get a complete, accurate number?
Like from when to when, a certain time period,
Sure, in a certain, say in the last 6 months.
public records request.
And how much is that gonna cost?
Depends how long it takes.
Because it's
to-
our money that's being spent, but thank you. Oh, I had another question for you. How many provisional ballots were cast in November?
I can look that up.
Will it cost me to get that information?
Depends how long it takes.
What?
It depends how long that takes. It's
It's an election, it's provisional ballots, but thank you, I'll do a request, but it won't be a FOIA request. Let's see, let's get back down to stuff. Here we are. Lance, I understand that since, Zoom meetings and, public comment, putting those together. Like if you were doing Zoom and people wanted to comment through Zoom. It's not mandatory to do that, so you're not going there.
I'm not gonna provide a Zoom unless I'm mandatorily told to do that.
Mandatorily told to do that. Okay, which takes me to the next thing.
And the reason I'm not gonna do that is because if for some odd reason I can't get Zoom to work that day, I'm not gonna be held liable to that either.
If you can't get it, then that would be, you wouldn't have to be if there's
So I'm
some
just, I'm
technical
just stating the
thing.
basics of this job
Okay,
on that.
compensation board is not mandatory either, is it?
That was elected by the board, whether to do a compensation board or not.
Yes, so it's not mandatory to have one. And the reason, I kind of want to bring that up is the new environmental sanitation person who was hired. I didn't come to the meeting last week because I missed the, second email that changed it back to 9 o'clock. And so you've hired, a fresh graduate and stuff, but she's making more than Jessica made. But without nearly the experience or knowledge. So I'm gonna assume that compensation board is gonna wanna raise everyone's salary. And so, because it's like they have their own, like union representative, only representing them and, so then they get together and they set a specific percent to be for your raises. So I'm thinking compensation board, is having one is to your advantage. Your personal, determines what your new, salary will be for a part-time job. Anyway, moving forward, data mining. Dad, you said there were stories done about data mining, when that was first,
I wasn't allowed to comment, Julie, when you asked me that question.
there were none in any local paper that I know of. And, because the zoning commission okayed two places you could have it. Was the second place ever acted upon? Did they ever put one in there?
I think they're in the process of it.
They're in the process. Okay, so. In the process, where is it located?
I think it is north and east of Eldora.
Northeast of Eldora.
Yes.
do you know the street? Because I'm pretty sure.
I don't know it right off the top of my head, Julie.
How far away from Eldora?
I would say 3-4 miles.
3 or 4 miles?
Yeah.
And did you say northeast?
Yes.
Okay, good, because we'll be checking.
Okay, good.
Because I did look up, and I know that, Renee and Lance, you know, okayed this stuff without any knowledge of, cryptocurrency or blockchain.
Yep.
And so how did that happen? Who's in charge? That's a rhetorical question for you. But you don't
Who's in
have to
charge of
answer
what,
it.
Julie?
Pushing, data mining,
Nobody's
But-
pushing anything.
right, okay, sure,
Okay, Julie.
okay.
I think this is more a public
you know what?
interrogation than it is comment.
Because it's the only way.
Have you
people can
emailed
get
me,
answers.
Julie? No,
You know
come in here and
why?
grandstand.
Because you personally have been, chasing after me. You first, buddy. I did find articles,
Is this Jermaine,
in,
Lance?
Not at this point, no.
in
Can you
Let's
get to the
see,
public
by
comments,
Aaron
Julie?
Jordan. Let's see, there was one in the, let's see, the Gazette, USA Today. There was one in, the Marshalltown paper.
So they pay property taxes, they pay lease payments.
Okay.
What's the problem?
What? Here is an Iowa sales tax, exemption certificate.
Okay,
So when Iowans quit paying income tax, you know your sales tax will rise, but without a doubt. But, oh, look, data centers, sales tax exemption.
what product are they selling?
That's a good question.
No, I'm asking you, Julie, you seem to know
You-
more about it.
This is my turn to have a public comment.
No, this is a public
And
interrogation,
so-
Julie.
Oh, would you just like?
No,
So
no, I
can-
won't, Julie.
oh, I know.
I'm
I
not
know.
going to today.
It's this morning where other people are at home wondering what the heck you guys do.
Why don't they come in and
Yeah,
comment then?
it seems like you want a grandstand, Julie.
Because- Okay, you know, you just keep that thought in your head then. Pros and cons of blockchain and cryptocurrency. Ease and speed of transactions. Transactions are pseudonymous, not anonymous, leaving a digital trail. Available to anyone who has an internet connection, popular with criminal networks. No central authority means no risk of a single point of failure. Industry is rife with scams and fraud. Inflation protection, thanks to hard caps, has become centralized with large holdings in top addresses, transparent transaction history, requires an extremely high amount of electricity, like that one out there by Gifford, which uses as much electricity as a town of 4,000 to 9,000. We don't know about water. I don't know. Maybe you do.
I do,
Okay, and.
but you don't, right? So you're gonna lecture me on
I'm
something?
asking, I'm trying to get through this. If you could just let me do it. Secures your private key. Cryptocurrency is unrecoverable if you lose your private key, which is some password or something. And yes, it has happened and you'll lose it all. Can be highly profitable, yet value can go to zero at any moment. So, yeah, it's a gamble, it's a Ponzi scheme, and, just saying. Sona, you wanna tell me about water? Go ahead.
Yeah, no water is used out at the Gifford site. It's
There-
air cooled,
Air cooled,
correct?
good. Have you been out there?
Yes, I have.
Have you heard it?
Yes,
Pretty loud in that.
it isn't.
No, not really.
What?
I've been there.
Did you say you have
Yeah.
not been there?
I have been there.
And it's not loud?
I would
No.
agree.
Oh my God. I haven't. Okay, whatever. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Any other public comments? Carol?
Regarding the Bitcoin, that was a conditional use permit presented to the Board of Adjustment, not the Board of Supervisors.
Right.
And the process for that, in terms of public notice and sending out notice to those within the 100 miles of this project, would have been the responsibility of the then former environmental health director, Jess Sheridan. So I'm just saying that it was handled through a process outside the Board of Supervisors.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, any other public comments? Hearing none, all in favor, or I'll ask for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait.
I would make a motion to go into closed
Yep.
session pursuant to Iowa Code 21.5 sub 1 sub C.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call. BJ,
BJ, I.
Renee, aye.
Lance, aye. Motion carries. Need everybody to step out and we will go into there. It's 9:17. And from there,
Let me start this one again, Lance. Okay.
from there, I have on the agenda consideration to approve Clifton Larson's invoice compromise.
No action.
No action.
I'd make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 9:32.